Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Monday, and we're doing a little Manga Monday review. We're going to have a whole bunch of manga news right on graphicpolicy.com and right here on our YouTube channel. We're going to do at least one review. So this is Aquarion Evol, Volume 1, and that's by art by Aogiri, and written by Shoji Kawamori. It's published in the US by One Piece Books. Okay, so I read this twice. I couldn't tell you what the hell is going on. So I'm just going to read from the back because I barely understood this thing. So 12,000 years after Genesis Aquarion on the planet Vega, Amata Sora meets Mikono Suzushiro. Together, part of the organization Neo-DEAVA, they must defend their planet from relentless invaders attacking from Altair, a sister planet devoid of females. These two unexpected heroes, along with other young men and women known as elements, pilot massive robots called Aquaria in defense of their planet, in a battle against malicious assailants trying to abduct women from their home planet. Alright, so reading this is about what I got. There's big giant robots, and then they're fighting aliens from other planet. For some reason, they split up men and women piloting these robots and stuff. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's like kind of got this Voltron aspect of it, except like really weird gender roles and lines and these aliens that are abducting women, and it's just not a lot of this is explained other than the back. And I'm sure there was some other volume of this. I think there was like just something called Aquarion and not Aquarion Evol. And maybe if you were into that, you would understand it a bit more. But my reading this is like, yeah, it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's some cool battles. Part of my issue is that a lot of at least the robot designs, I think, were really similar. So it's kind of hard to like really pay attention and like discerning. Like, just everything looks different, and that's just not the case. Like, it was easy. Things like Voltron, you're fighting these like big giant monsters. Power Rangers, the same thing. Robot fighting giant monsters. This was like robot versus just different robots, and I couldn't keep everything straight. And there was like third robots battling, and they broke up into. It's just I didn't enjoy it. It's just, to be honest, I was not a fan. So I'm gonna try to say some things that are nice. So I kind of like the pocket version of this. This is kind of a cool pocket. And when you're going to go to the trusty Batman, number 51 is the example. You can see the size difference on it. I do dig the small pocket of this, so that's kind of cool. There's some neat aspects of this. Like, I do like some of the characters. There's this, like, magical aspect and controlling powers and stuff like that. Like, that stuff's kind of cool. How it all seems to tie together, and what's it got to do with these angels and robots, and there's, like, a film in the beginning, and it's just all very confusing, and I swear I read this twice, and even the second time I just kind of had this, like, what the hell's going on thought throughout my mind. It's very nonsensical Japanese manga is what it comes down to. It's just very, yeah. Yeah, it's really what I got. Like, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the story or anything like that. The art's pretty cool, so I'll give some examples of the art. Yeah, that. Let's go with some of the robot battles, because the robot battles are kind of what's going to sell it or not to you. Yeah, we'll kind of go with that one as well. Like, it's just, this is one of those things that just feels like there's a lot of elements thrown together, none of them super clear. Nothing stands out to me that's interesting. There's a lot of aspects that are kind of be cool on this, and maybe different volumes. I might like it as it goes along, but there's very little in this that gets me like really excited to come back and check out more. But yeah, like it's about where it's at. I mean, I think this is kind of the thing that explains. So we get some of the aliens and some of the whatever you want to describe them, a good guy battles going on. And you can see the top one is one, and then the bottom one's another, but they're really similar in design, and it's just not enough for me that when things really get going and they're just fighting each other really close to be completely clear as to what's going on. I think that's kind of an example of that. The other thing is that the translation, like, there's a couple things that are messed up as far as the lettering, and the translation is generally fine, but the lettering itself is off on some of the bubbles, and there's just, this is the first time that lettering is like, well, actually not the first time, this is one of the few times that lettering has kind of bothered me in something, so I think that's another thing that rubbed me the wrong way. So I think there's just a lot of other manga out there that you're going to enjoy and way better to start with, so go with that. I do want to thank One Piece Books for hooking us up with this. As always, appreciate the support. If you are interested in this, even though I just kind of panned it, you can go and you should be able to get this from your comic book shop. If you can't, no problem. We do have links beneath this where you can find comic book shops, though. Go support them first and foremost, always. You just put in your zip code, tell you if a shop's near you. If there's no shop, we got you hooked up. There is a link beneath this that's an affiliate link. Where it's an affiliate link, so we do get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site. So I want to thank you for that. As always, we appreciate you watching. If you're into manga, if you're into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.